kids do not enjoy handwriting, and I don't know if that's true of your family and your kiddos, but they just don't. I have a first grader and a preschool 4-year-old who actually does enjoy handwriting a little bit, but I mean, she's 4, time will tell, right? So our first grader is not really enjoying handwriting, but we want to encourage that love of learning and fun in the learning spaces because one is better for me. It's much more fun for me when I see my kids having fun and enjoying it, and it just helps my mental state. But also it is proven that when you're having fun and you're making memorable experiences, you learn better and you remember better. So we have a lot of different activities that we use for handwriting. We do have a handwriting curriculum that we use, and that is Handwriting Without Tears. If you would like to see the video I made about that, I will link it here. And then you can check out the full playlist of our first grade curriculum picks and how that's going after this video if you would like. But this video is all about those extra things, those things that make it fun and kind of change up that monotonous homeschool day so that we can encourage that love of learning. Whew. 3rd trimester pregnancy, out of breath. Let's go. First category in this list is we keep it interesting to each child, specific to each child, what they're interested in. So if your kid loves going out in nature and exploring, then we will do nature journals. If we are like us and we're in Disney's backyard and live in Mickey's backyard and we go to Disney World all the time, we write letters to the princesses and the characters, and then we bring them to them. That's one of our favorites. We will go and write while we are having a picnic at the parks and then bring them to the characters. Now you could do that at your very own home, because we also do things called Mail Mondays where we will write letters to her friends, her family, to people we know and love, and that's just a way to encourage her, and she really enjoys writing those letters and things, so we can practice our handwriting in those spaces as well. Another thing that my daughter really loves to do is make up games and scavenger hunts, so she will practice her handwriting while she is creating those games and scavenger hunts, because she will write the instructions. She will write where to find what's the next clue, etc. So we have specific handwriting paper, and I'll show you some of the resources and I'll link some of them down below in my storefront for handwriting specifically that we enjoy that have been helpful, because if I just give her a blank piece of paper, her handwriting is going to look all kinds of ways. But if I give her a paper with lines, and potentially somewhere to draw as well, so she can do a combination to make it more fun, then it is a lot more effective and a lot more fruitful in the actual learning part, not just the fun, exciting part. Because you can have fun and learn, and she can learn while she's making games and things like that. But when it comes to incorporating handwriting practice, then all those tools and resources are very helpful. Speaking of resources, we use a lot of different tools to make writing fun. So we do not just use pencil and paper, which we do utilize those, of course, and when she is writing in her Handwriting Without Tears book, then we will use a pencil, and sometimes we will use that in other cases as well. But if we're having a really bad day, or a day that she just doesn't want to do handwriting, then we will make it more fun, and we also incorporate these in on good days too. But things like we have some writing like copy workbooks that they erase and things like that. So we'll take these on the go with us. Other things we'll take on the go are our LED pads, or some of those, what's it called? What is this called? This is a picture of it. What is it called? Let me know down in the comments below. Anyways, we use those. They're all in our like go bags that we bring with us everywhere, so we don't have them here in our schoolroom typically, but those are some things that we'll use. We'll have them draw with a stick in the sand the different letters. We will have them have a paintbrush and write the letters in water on the sidewalk. We can get different kind of pens and color pencils and different markers, so she gets to use my special markers, mommy's special markers, every once in a while, or I think they're more of a pen marker. What are these? The flare pens? Anyways, she gets to use those from time to time, which she thinks is super cool because most of the time she can't use those. It's just for mom. We will use whiteboards. We'll use chalk. We will use Play-Doh. And that's one of the first ways that we introduced it. So we have these Play-Doh mats that I made them. And so it's just, there's a free printable down in the description box below if you want them. But it's just a handwriting sheet and a big letter. Here, let me show you one. Ta-da! So my 4-year-old was using these the other day, and my 6-year-old sometimes still uses them from time to time as well. But we will like have them fill it out with Play-Doh, and then we will have them write with a dry erase marker at the bottom, and then we have the lowercase as well. And so we have those, and we just printed them on like really colorful paper and then laminated them, and we utilize them all the time. So that is another way that we make it fun. Oh, how many of you remember if you were in like a traditional school setting, there was like a school store in elementary school, and every once in a while you got to go to it, and they had these really fun pens and pencils and grippers, and like there were fuzzy ones, and there were like fluffy ones, and there were bumpy ones, and all different kinds of things that made writing more fun and cute and like just, you know, childhood joy. So I like nice things to write with. Why shouldn't they? So we will get things like that. We also have, let me think. Oh, right. So another thing that we love to use is our wiki sticks, which are just like wax, like string basically, and they are the best. We absolutely love them. We utilize them on plane trips, on our like long car rides, which we are in the car a lot. We do a lot of traveling, even if it's just like to our co-op, or almost every day it feels like we're in the car for almost an hour. So we do a lot of car schooling. So these sticks don't really make a mess anywhere, and they can be like used for days and days and days and days and days and days, and they will be so creative with them. It's amazing what they come up with when they don't have a screen and they just have these like little like bendy sticks. And again, those are in the car. So I have them linked to my storefront, and this is what they look like. But I'll try to find a picture of them using them, or a video of them using them, and fill it in here. Hopefully I find one. But those can be used to write out the letters as well. So that's just another like manipulative, hands-on way to do things. We also try to make the shapes when we're dancing. So we make as many big movements as possible. We will act out the writing of the letters and things like that, and we will dance, and then I'll have the kids lay down, especially if they're with their friends, or I will try to do it as well if they need a third person to make the letter on the ground when they are doing the handwriting that way. So it's not necessarily all about just the writing. It is remembering the way that the letters go, especially for my 4-year-old. Now again, this is primarily our first grader that we are practicing these things with, but my 4-year-old really loves them as well. So speaking of my 4-year-old, she just did this activity the other day and she loved it. So we have a couple of these like learning mats that we use for a variety of different things, whether it is learning how to like where all the states are, or the letter sounds, the different money, different things. But they really like this one because they can practice their handwriting. So there's tracing, and then there's a line for them to write, and then they use a special crayon, and it's really easy to just erase with just some soap and water, and it's so easy to erase. The kids actually like erasing it just as much as they like writing on it. So that's another thing that we like to use. It's just a Melissa and Doug product, and again, linked probably, I will, if I can find it, I'll link it down below because that one's been a big hit for us. Now, another thing that we like to do is just improve our muscle strength. So grip strength, making sure that our muscles are super strong so that she's ready to do long periods of handwriting in the future. So if we're having a hard day, that's all I'll focus on. Sometimes I'm intentional about it, and sometimes I just notice when she's already doing it naturally. So whether she is climbing in the monkey bars, we have a lot of new equipment that's going to be going upstairs that is perfect for climbing and for active play for kiddos and for grown-ups. I think grown-ups that can fit most grown size people weight-wise. Some of the things that we are going to be building upstairs for our upstairs playroom, upstairs loft area. And so stay tuned for that. Be sure you're subscribed to see. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. But we also have all the things outside there. Whether you're going to a playground and they're doing the monkey bars, or they are playing with Play-Doh, they are playing Pictionary, they're doing drawing lessons on YouTube or from a book. There are so many other ways to practice like grip and things in a way that's super fun for them. One way that my daughter really loves is we make a lot of cookies together. So she is big into the kitchen. She loves trying to help me cook and bake and things like that. So if you know, it's kind of hard to knead dough. So there's lots of different ways to do it, and your hands have to be able to like move and manipulate in lots of different ways, and depending on what kind of dough you're making. So she really loves doing that in the kitchen as well. And so that's just another way that she is actively working on those muscles without working on handwriting itself. I have a few more ideas for you, but if this video has been helpful so far, please like this video. It's really helpful for me, and it just helps me know what you are enjoying. And if you have any other ideas, I'd love to see them down in the comments below. So our last couple ideas that we like to do, we have a lot of games that we play in our homeschool and in our home and in our family. And so we will do a lot of timed games where they have to like write a certain thing in a certain amount of time, or they have to, in a lot of different games, there's actually handwriting involved where you have to like write down the clues, or you have to write down your strategy or things like that. So I will have her write those while we're playing the game so that it's more fun and involved in that way. Another thing is they love boxes. What kid doesn't love a good Amazon box that comes into your house? And then the first thing they do is immediately jump in it, get some crayons, get some color pencils, and just go to town. So it's not like the smoothest writing surface, but it does encourage her to practice her handwriting. And if you give them the lines, it is helpful, and it's just another medium that I can use. Another thing we do is we paint with Q-tips. So have you ever seen that? It's probably on Pinterest all over, where we will get Q-tips and we'll get some paint, and they'll use those kind of like a pencil, and she will paint her letters in writing. And so that's another fun way that we incorporate just all of the different ways that you could practice writing your letters and numbers. Now, again, I'd love to see all of the ways that you do it in your home. If you want to join our community, that's a great way to share like the pictures and things like that, because I'm sure it'd be helpful for me, but also for so many other people, so many other homeschool families out there. We can all learn and be inspired by each other. So I encourage you to do that. And until the next video, I'll see you real soon, Pop.